sports fans, welcome to the OU football preview show. I'm Heath. With me, Eschbach, and we are at the Cohiba Lounge here in Norman at Boyd and Jenkins. Cohiba Lounge, home of fine drinks, fine cigars, and it's right next door to Royal Pipes and Tobacco, where you can get those fine cigars each and every day here at Cohiba Lounge and Royal Pipes and Tobacco. Al, in the 30-plus years I've been following and covering OU football, I heard something last Saturday that I'd never heard at an OU football game. The student section decided they wanted to be very vocal, and besides booing, they started chanting the backup quarterback's name. I had never heard that at an OU game before.
No, I heard the booing, though. In 1976, Steve Davis lost one game in his whole career against Kansas City. They booed the hell out of him.
Yeah, that's how fickle the OU fans are at that point.
Yeah, he lost one game, won 2 national championships, but they wanted to make sure that the booing Saturday didn't benefit anybody. So those who were booing, it didn't benefit anybody. It hurt the program. It was a bad look on national TV. And when they started chanting, "We want Caleb," meant zero chance that he was going to get put in the game.
Well, yeah, and it was so bad that the national coverage had to mention it, as a bad look.
Yeah, definitely bad look. I'm wondering, Micaiah Nelson, number 2 quarterback in the class of 23, what he's thinking out there about, hey, I don't know, do I want to deal with that? Or what about Caleb Williams? You're going to go, they could do that to me next year.
Well, and here's the thing about it. It was a bad look on everyone's part that was doing that, booing and chanting. But to Spencer Rattler's credit, what did he do? He answered, he came back, they made that game-winning drive in the last part of the game and won. As whatever you can say about it, they still won.
In the last quarter, he was 11 of 12 throwing the ball. So whatever they did on that last drive, Lincoln Riley got to figure it out. They got to do more of that throughout the game.
Hey, and we're going to be talking about, we're going to put you in the mind of Lincoln Riley.
That's scary.
That's scary for Lincoln, that's for sure. And for you viewers out there. Hey, but we're at Cohiba Lounge here at Boyd and Jenkins in Norman, where Cohiba Lounge, fine cigars, fine drinks, next to Royal Pipes and Tobacco, where they have the largest selection of fine cigars in the Norman area, with a beautiful and wonderful cigar humidor here at Royal Pipes. We'll be right back after this. Hey, neighborhood jams in Norman and in Oklahoma City. There's 3 locations now. Norman on Main Street next to the railroad tracks, in Midtown in Oklahoma City on 150th and North Penn. And it's the same great food on neighborhood jams. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or brunch, it's always great at neighborhood jams. The breakfasts with biscuits as big as a plate, and the brunches on Saturday and Sunday. There can't go wrong at neighborhood jams. 3 great locations in the Oklahoma City metro area, one in Norman, one in Midtown, and one on 150th and North Penn in Oklahoma City.
1978, before the internet, before cell phones. That's when Basie's Roofing was founded. A lot has changed since then, but what hasn't is Basie's commitment to helping customers just like you deal with damage to their roofs and home after a storm. You never pay up front, and there's absolutely zero risk. It's been that way since 1978. Now maybe we're a little old-fashioned, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it is broke, well, give us a call.
Basie's Roofing, the name you can trust.
You're looking for a great tasting club special at your favorite golf club or bar, ask for a Oklahoma club special made with Prairie Wolf vodka, distilled right here in Oklahoma in Guthrie, Oklahoma. That's Prairie Wolf Distillery, Guthrie, Oklahoma.
At Laser Light Skin Clinic, our most popular treatment is now more affordable than ever. Right now, you can save up to 50% on Cool Sculpting, the #1 choice for non-invasive fat reduction. Our flexible treatment plans allow you to choose the option that is perfect for you. Focus on a single problem area or revive your life with a fresh new you. These are real results. For your personal Cool Sculpting consultation, call Laser Light Skin Clinic today. A new you awaits.
Let me tell you about a great company, locally owned, Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, in business here for over 35 years. They're locally owned and operated, and they have Bermuda, Tiff, Fescue, even AstroTurf. They do delivery, installation, They do seeding and hydro mulching, everything to make your yard the beautiful yard you want it to be, whether it's a land reclamation or just your yard being resodded. Crutcho Creek Sod Farm can do it. Give them a call today. That's Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, 35 years, locally owned and operated here in Oklahoma City. Let me talk about one of my favorite places in Deep Deuce to eat and drink, and that's Bar Cicchetti. Bar Cicchetti with a great menu, and they're featuring a wonderful brunch. If you haven't had brunch yet at Bar Cicchetti, you got to do it. It's available on Sundays. Wonderful new menu for brunch, and it is inventive and creative, and it changes every week. So if you're looking for a great place for a brunch, Bar Cicchetti on Northeast 2nd in Deep Deuce, great place to go for brunch. And during the week, they have great dinner specials as well as drink specials every day at Bar Cicchetti, Northeast 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. Also, they have the biggest big screen in Oklahoma City to watch your favorite sporting events. So if you're looking for food, drinks, and sports, go to Bar Cicchetti, Northeast 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. Hey, if you want to follow us along and see our show online, we have a YouTube channel, we have Facebook channel, and we have Twitter. So if you're looking to follow us during the game, Twitter will be the way to go. If you're looking for our show, YouTube and Facebook all have access to our show, and we have them on the channel. So on the big screen, follow us and be a part of the OU Football Preview Show with Al Eschbach and Rick Heath. And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach here from Cohiba Lounge here in Norman. By the way, October 15th, they will be having Elvis Night here at Cohiba Lounge. That ought to be a lot of fun.
Oh, man, that'd be the best.
Yeah, smoking cigars and talking to 40 of your favorite Elvis fans. Look forward to it. Here, October 15th, it's Elvis Night at the Cohiba Lounge. Al, I said earlier, I'm going to put you in the mind of Lincoln Riley, because we don't want Lincoln Riley in your mind.
No.
That would be a lost cause there. But we're going to put you in the mind of Lincoln Riley. Looking at the offense to this point, what would you do as Lincoln Riley?
First of all, you got to figure out the offensive line, who your best players on the offensive line are. I think that's critical. You're 1/3 through the regular season. I mean, that you should have an idea. They recruited some really good players. And again, I said, it's not a rebuild job. They lost one really good player in Creed Humphrey. That's it. They lost another guy in Adrian Ely. He was a good player, didn't even get drafted. So the people that are saying it's a complete rebuild job are wrong. Got to get the ball to Marvin Mims somehow. They just, and do some slants, do some quick thing. And you know what, and you'll probably disagree with it. The old air raid, when Leach ran it and everything, offensive line very good. You know what he did? He said, I'm not going to run the ball. I'm going to score 40-some points throwing the ball.
Well, and that became the running game. The little short passes became the
That's
running game.
exactly right. That's exactly. And Leach always said that all the time. He said, it's like a wishbone, a running game, that we're using this as a running game.
Yeah, and so, you know, what I see and what you and I are talking about right now is, all right, you look at it, that last drive that OU did against West Virginia, sharp, precise passing, short passing routes.
And go quick.
Boom. And they had tempo.
Yes.
And they went right down the field. Spencer Rattler looked like Spencer Rattler.
Right, he felt comfortable.
See, and to me, that's the first thing you got to do, is you got to get Spencer Rattler comfortable. The offensive line's a question mark. We all know that, okay? That's not going to get solved between now and in Kansas State.
No.
That's a work in progress. But there is a way to solve this, and that is get Spencer Rattler comfortable by getting the ball out quick. Marvin Mims, throw him a slant. Marvin Mims, throw him an out. Marvin Mims, throw him a drag route. But designate it and say, look, we're going to get you involved in this.
And they got to go quicker. They have to go quicker.
You know, and when they get that going, you notice that the running game had 8-10 yards a pop.
Yeah, because you're putting the defense on its heels.
Yeah, because they was going so fast, they were raising up and going, okay, what do we do? What do we do? And boom, it was already past them before they realized it. So to me, in Lincoln's Gosh, I'm not sure he's smarter than you, but he's certainly smarter than me. Right? Okay.
He's definitely smart. He is an offensive genius. So this is the biggest challenge he's probably had in his coaching career. Are people starting to catch up with what he do? They're pushing back now, and so now a couple of times Rattler missed on a couple of long throws that were open.
Yeah. Well, see, that's been a problem all year. They haven't been able to get the ball down the field all year long.
No.
As you said, this is the fourth. I mean, they're 4-0. They're third of the season's over with. They're trying to do something now that they haven't been as successful for. So go back. What were you successful with? Short passing game, quick up-tempo style. They won the West Virginia game with it. I think it'll stand in good stead the rest of the year.
And you know what? Also, we'll talk about it later, but I mean, it's like the first quarter when the defense lets a team drive 8 or 9 minutes. I mean, that's not a good look either.
Yeah. Well, you know,
it sets a tempo for the rest of the game.
It did, but you know, the defense did make adjustments and came back.
No, they played well. The defense played really. It would be nice though if they could force a 3 and out on the first possession.
Yeah, but here's the one thing that Lincoln Riley did bring up in his press conference this week, and I'll say it, and then we'll go to a break and talk about it when we get back. Was, you know, it's great to play tempo. Everybody, you know, likes to have that tempo. But after an 11-play drive that your defense just gave up, if you go out there and for somehow don't make it a first down on that tempo, all of a sudden your tired defense that's disorganized is back on the field.
And that's why the defense got to hold them to 3 and out.
That's why you
you're right. And that's why I said, then it messes with your offense because you can't go real fast. It sort of sets the tone.
Yeah, and then you have to make the adjustments all the way around.
Absolutely.
Hey, we are at Eschbach and I, Rick Heath, at Cohiba Lounge and Royal Pipes and Tobacco. Boyd and Jenkins here in Norman. A great selection of cigars, wonderful drinks, wonderful cigars. All that and more here at Cohiba Lounge. We'll be right back.
You know what? We really should call Basie's Roofing about that repair. We only have a certain amount of time with the insurance company.
Yep.
Have you seen my phone anywhere?
Hi, I'm here about the roof repair.
How did you do that?
I already contacted Basie's this morning.
There's no better time than now to have your roof inspected. Contact Basie's today and a fast, friendly professional will be right over.
Basie's Roofing, the name you can trust.
Let me talk about one of my favorite places in Deep Deuce to eat and drink, and that's Bar Cicchetti. Bar Cicchetti with a great menu, and they're featuring a wonderful brunch. If you haven't had brunch yet at Bar Cicchetti, you got to do it. It's available on Sundays. Wonderful new menu for brunch, and it is inventive and creative, and it changes every week. So if you're looking for a great place for a brunch, Bar Cicchetti on Northeast 2nd in Deep Deuce, great place to go for brunch. And during the week, they have great dinner specials as well as drink specials every day at Bar Cicchetti, Northeast 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. Also, they have the biggest big screen in Oklahoma City to watch your favorite sporting events. So if you're looking for food, drinks, and sports, go to Bar Cicchetti, Northeast 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. If you're looking for a great tasting club special at your favorite golf club or bar, ask for a Oklahoma club special made with Prairie Wolf vodka, distilled right here in Oklahoma in Guthrie, Oklahoma. That's Prairie Wolf Distillery, Guthrie, Oklahoma.
At Laser Light Skin Clinic, our most popular treatment is now more affordable than ever. Right now, you can save up to 50% on Cool Sculpting, the #1 choice for non-invasive fat reduction. Our flexible treatment plans allow you to choose the option that is perfect for you. Focus on a single problem area or revive your life with a fresh new you. These are real results. For your personal Cool Sculpting consultation, call Laser Light Skin Clinic today. A new you awaits.
Let me tell you about a great company, locally owned, Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, in business here for over 35 years. They're locally owned and operated, and they have Bermuda, TIF, fescue, even AstroTurf. They do delivery, installation, they do seeding, and hydro-mulching. Everything to make your yard the beautiful yard you want it to be, whether it's a land reclamation or just your yard being resodded. Crutcho Creek Sod Farm can do it. Give them a call today. That's Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, 35 years, locally owned and operated here in Oklahoma City.
You know what? We really should call Basie's Roofing about that repair. We only have a certain amount of time with the insurance company.
Yep.
Have you seen my phone anywhere?
Hi, I'm here about the roof repair.
How did you do that?
I already contacted Basie's this morning.
There's no better time than now to have your roof inspected. Contact Basie's today and a fast, friendly professional will be right over.
Basie's Roofing, the name you can trust.
And welcome back. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from the Cohiba Lounge, where October 15th, Elvis night here at the Cohiba Lounge. Now, you and I have been here when the Cohiba Lounge is packed and rolling with cigars and people talking about Joe Washington's celebration when they unveiled Joe Washington's cigar. So, Elvis night has got to be a spectacle.
Oh, that could be unbelievable. That could, you know, 2-3 weeks ago they had it one night here. Marcus Speed, Joe Washington, Jerry Taggy, Johnny Rogers were all in here.
All here for that.
Oh, Nebraska.
What a great thing, but be able to have a beverage, a good cigar, and have those kind of things happening. It's all happening here at Cohiba Lounge, Boyd and Jenkins here in Norman. Also, speaking of fine drinks, Wander Folk Spirits, the same people that put out Prairie Wolf Spirits from Guthrie, Oklahoma Distillers. Hey, Wander Folk Spirit, great vodka, great gin, and Old Moses bourbon, all available from Wander Folk Spirits. They still it right there in Guthrie. Ask your favorite restaurant or bar if they don't have it to carry Wander Folk Spirit for your favorite drink. Al, we talked about the defense, making those adjustments because West Virginia got the ball and went down and scored an 11-play drive, and just really didn't look like the OU defense could stop them.
No, and West Virginia's not a good offensive team.
No, they're not. And so they now, as you said earlier, handed to the OU defense. They made adjustments and they played well the rest of the game.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Held
yeah,
them to 2 field goals.
Yeah. You only give up that many points. You're going. We got a chance in every game that we could just. No, the defense is playing well right now. The defensive line has been dominating. They put great pressure. The only thing they gave up was the pass over the middle. That slant.
Well, that's the one slant that they couldn't solve the whole game. Other than that, they played well. And Grinch was asked about that. He goes, well, we had a choice of shutting down the run or shutting that down. Is that self-serving? Maybe. But you got to make adjustments to stop their bread and butter.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you only give up a field goal, whatever he did, do it all the time.
That's right, because they got 2 field goals the rest of the time.
That's exactly right.
Okay, do it all the time. At Kansas State, Deuce Vaughn, one of the better backs in the Big 12. Can they do it to Deuce Vaughn? Can they shut him down?
They're pretty good against the run. I think they're really good against the run. I don't think people are going to run on them all year.
So therefore, it puts it on the onus on the quarterback at Kansas State. Now, hey, we know all about Kansas State as fans. We know all about Kansas State from watching them win the last 2 games against OU. You don't think OU doesn't have this game circled?
Well, you would think so. You would think that they would. You can't think about Texas at all. You've been beat. You haven't played a road game this year either.
Yeah, you haven't been on the road. You haven't come out of the hotel at 6 a.m. in the morning and got ready for an 11 o'clock game.
Yeah.
So those are all questions that need to be answered this. But, I mean, if you can't get fired up, if you're the OU team this year, if you can't get fired up to go on the road, play a team that's beat you 2 times in a row, then how can you play football?
And it's so crazy because 2 years ago that you got behind and Jalen almost led them to a miraculous comeback. Then last year they had the lead and then an interception, a fumble on a punt return, just
back-to-back to start the second
and
half,
then boom,
all of a sudden Kansas State got momentum.
Yeah.
So, this game is going to be different than those 2, I think. OU's offense is struggling a little bit. Kansas State's offense without Skylar Thompson is not as good. Now, there's a small chance he might play, but gosh, if he does play, he's got to be limited a little bit with that injury.
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, Oklahoma State just jumped on them, kicked them early.
Yeah. Well, that's what OU needs to do.
Absolutely, they need to do
come out
it.
and
They
just
need to get a lead in the first quarter.
and assert their dominance.
Yeah.
You know, now they've done that one other time last year and let them get back.
The
in
last
it.
2 games, they're not separating. This game, they didn't lead this game until the last play of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to come out and have a nice first half lead in some of these games.
You know, and as you said, the OU defense is playing well enough to keep them in every game in the Big 12.
Yeah, I mean, if the offense did anything, this team would. I mean, you'd think this is definitely a Final Four team.
Exactly.
If this is a Final Four defense, it's not a Final Four offense.
But, you know, before the season started, everybody was talking about, well, we're confident about what the offense can do.
And it should have been.
But we're uncertain about how good the defense is going to be. All right, so now 4 games in, the defense is good. What's the offense going to do?
Yeah, we have no idea what the offense is going to do right now.
To me, that's the puzzle. But it'll be answered to a great extent this Saturday at Kansas State. Al Eschbach, Rick Heath here with you from Cohiba Lounge here in Norman at Boyd and Jenkins. And welcome back. OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Cohiba Lounge. Great drinks, great cigars, and a humidor with all of the top 50 cigars in the world right here in Norman for your access. Come by Royal Pipes and Tobacco next to Cohiba Lounge. Find a great cigar. Come over here, watch your favorite sporting event, smoke your great cigar with a great drink. All available right here. And don't forget, October 15th, Elvis Night here at Cohiba Lounge. Come in and enjoy the music of Elvis and all the people involved thereof here on October 15th. Al, I want to kind of focus for this last segment here on, we had 3 impact players on offense and 3 impact players on defense. Let's start with the offense. You got to start with Spencer Rattler, okay? Been kind of uncertain as to his play, very uneven, but golly, he sure looked good that last drive to win against West Virginia.
Well, I was looking at 4 mock drafts, and all of them have him still in the top 10 in the draft. And his stats aren't that bad. But he's not playing up to a Heisman Trophy player favorite, and he's not, playing at people thought he'd be the first player picked in the draft.
Well, those are very, very high expectations.
Well, he's not playing up to the player he was the last half of the season. That's
the truth. That's the problem right now. Is he's and the offense hasn't been near the offense.
Oh, it's been hard. I mean, it's the worst offense in years here.
So that leads me to Spencer Rattler's got to play better. Lincoln Riley's got to call a better game, and he admitted that in the press conference.
Yeah.
All right, so the other 2 offensive players of consequence, Marvin Mims.
Got to give him the ball.
He's got to touch the ball.
I don't quite understand why they moved him inside this year.
Boy, to me, that's like hiding your light under a hood.
He was so good stretching the field, which is the biggest problem right now. I don't quite know why they moved him inside.
Who makes that call out?
I would think it would be Lincoln Riley.
Golly, he can't be happy with it, being Marvin Mims.
No. First game, his dad was, really mad.
Yeah. So okay, to me, that's the, and then here is the third most important player on offense. Who's the center?
Yeah,
Who is the center? Who is the one that controls that line of scrimmage for OU? Okay? Creed Humphrey last year anchored that line, and it was great.
And he was a leader.
Yeah, and it was great. Do they have that this year?
Not so far. They have not even close. It's gone from a great strength to a weakness right now.
And see, to me, that's the most important part because the line's not playing well. They're not run blocking. They're not pass blocking. And it all, to me, starts
at least they've got Morris in there in the second half and got Antoine Harrison out of there.
Well, and Morris will go into it. Morris will be, he'll be.
Well, he's a second team All SEC dude.
That's what I'm saying. He's learned enough now of the offense and of the scheme.
And they finally put him in the game. Yeah. The game before Nebraska, he didn't play a snap.
Yeah. So now they just need that center position to be the leader.
Yeah, and they got to figure out who's going to be Conjula Rain.
Yeah, and right now.
Or Murray played, at UCLA, played some center.
Well, do they do that now at this
point? I don't
know.
Right now, they've got to do something.
Well, Conjugla's got to come back in.
Yeah,
okay, he comes back in and see where they are.
Be interesting to see what they do there.
Real quickly on defense, 3 players that you think impact defense.
Benita.
Okay,
Winfrey.
Winfrey up front.
And I'm gonna go DJ Graham at cornerback. You know, they lost Washington, so Graham is really, really, really important to them. But boy, Benito and Winfrey
are doing great. I mean, you know, and the linebackers played better last game.
They did play better last game.
They played really well. To me, Turner Yell is in the backfield, controlling that safety position back there. Because once they get further into the Big 12, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be interesting about his injury situation. He got hurt, never came back in the game.
And we'll see if we do. Hey, for Al Eschbach, I'm Rick Heath. This is the OU football preview show from the Cohiba Lounge. One more thing, excuse me. Prediction. I've got it 32-17.
31-21.
No kid, we both think until you prove otherwise, you can't trust it. Can't trust it.
No.
All right. Hey, that's going to do it for Al Eschbach. I'm Rick Heath. We'll see you next week on the OU football preview show.